Everyone's heard of the Sydney Opera House and kangaroos. But Australia hides places so surreal, you'll wonder why they aren't on every postcard. This isn't your average travel list. We're diving into coral kingdoms glowing with life, deserts that change color before your eyes, and forests so ancient they make the dinosaurs look like newcomers. And trust me, by the end, you'll have at least 3 new destinations you'll want to book a ticket to right now. Before we start, tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? I'm betting we've got people here from every continent. Alright, our first stop takes us underwater, to a living wonder so big you can see it from space. But that's just the start of its magic. Picture this, an underwater city stretching over 1,400 miles, alive with more colors than your camera can handle. The Great Barrier Reef isn't just a single spot. It's over 2,900 reefs and 900 islands stitched together, forming the largest living structure on Earth. And it's so massive, astronauts have spotted it from orbit. Here, clownfish dart through waving anemones, sea turtles glide past coral towers, and if you're lucky, you might even swim alongside a gentle whale shark, the ocean's true giant. But the reef has a secret. The best spots aren't where the tour boats drop anchor. They're tucked away in lesser-known areas like Lady Elliot Island or the remote Ribbon Reefs, where the water is so clear it feels like floating in glass. Tip for first-timers? Go in the Australian winter, June to October, when the visibility is at its peak and the waters are calm. You'll see everything in HD without touching a filter. Now drop a comment if this is already going on your bucket list, because we're heading inland next, to a giant rock that seems to glow from within. In the heart of Australia's Red Centre rises a monolith so massive and so ancient, it makes you feel small in the best possible way. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, isn't just a big rock in the desert. It's sacred ground, holding stories passed down by the Anangu people for tens of thousands of years. What's truly mesmerizing is how it changes color throughout the day. At sunrise, it's a soft, dusty rose. By midday, it's blazing orange. And at sunset, it turns a deep crimson, as if the land itself is breathing. Just 30 miles away, you'll find Kakadu, 36 giant domes that look like the ruins of some alien civilization. Walking through the Valley of the Winds here, you can feel the stillness, broken only by the whisper of the wind against the rock. It's more than sightseeing. It's an almost spiritual experience. If you're planning to visit, remember, climbing Uluru is banned out of respect for its cultural significance. Instead, take a guided tour with local rangers or indigenous guides. You'll see the land through their eyes, and trust me, it changes everything. Now, if you thought a rock could take your breath away, wait until you see a mountain range that's literally shrouded in blue mist. Just a short drive from Sydney, the landscape changes from urban buzz to endless waves of eucalyptus forest. This is the Blue Mountains, named for the mysterious blue haze that hangs in the air. It's not magic, it's the eucalyptus oil drifting from millions of trees, catching the sunlight and painting the horizon in a soft blue glow. The star here is the Three Sisters, a trio of towering sandstone peaks standing guard over the Jameson Valley. Legend says they were once 3 sisters turned to stone by a tribal elder to protect them, but he never got the chance to turn them back. For thrill seekers, the scenic railway is a must. It's the steepest passenger railway in the world, dropping you down into the valley at a heart-pounding 52-degree incline. Hiking trails lead you to hidden waterfalls, cliffside lookouts, and quiet places where all you hear is the rustle of leaves and distant bird calls. Best part, you can make this a day trip from Sydney, or stay overnight and watch the mist roll in at dawn. It feels like stepping into another world. And speaking of worlds, our next stop will take you to a road where every turn reveals something so jaw-dropping you'll want to stop the car every 5 minutes. Imagine a road trip where every bend feels like it's been staged for a movie. That's the Great Ocean Road. 151 miles of coastal drama carved right into the cliffs of southern Australia. Ocean on one side, rainforest on the other, and somewhere in between, the wind and waves have been working for millions of years to create one of the country's most famous sites, the 12 Apostles. These towering limestone stacks rise from the Southern Ocean like ancient sentinels. At sunrise, they're bathed in gold. At sunset, they glow fiery orange against the darkening waves. And here's the twist. There aren't actually 12 anymore. Erosion has claimed a few, and one collapsed in 2005. But the view? Still legendary. The road itself is packed with surprises, hidden beaches where you might have the sand all to yourself, sleepy surf towns serving the freshest fish and chips, and rainforest walks where koalas nap in the treetops. If you've got the time, drive slow. The beauty here isn't just in the big landmarks, it's in the tiny details along the way. Buckle up though, because our next stop swaps ocean spray for ancient rock art, crocodile-filled rivers, and landscapes so vast they make you feel like you've stepped onto another planet. Twice the size of Switzerland, Kakadu isn't just a national park, it's a living, breathing museum of nature and culture. Here, cliffs rise from floodplains, waterfalls crash into hidden swimming holes, and rivers wind through wetlands teeming with life. It's also one of the few places on Earth where you can see saltwater crocodiles lazing on riverbanks, massive, prehistoric-looking creatures that haven't changed much in millions of years. But Kakadu's true treasure is written on its walls. Ubir and Noorlangi are home to rock art galleries up to 20,000 years old, telling stories of the Dreamtime, the spiritual creation era of the indigenous Bininji and Mungi people. Standing in front of these ancient paintings, with the sound of the wind echoing through the rock, you realize you're in the middle of something far bigger than tourism. The best way to explore? Mix it up. Take a river cruise at sunset and watch the wetlands light up in gold. Hike up to a lookout for views that stretch to the horizon. And if you visit in the wet season, you'll see Kakadu transform. Waterfalls in full roar, wildlife everywhere, and a sky that shifts from deep blue to stormy gray in minutes. From here, we're heading to a place where the beaches are made of pure sand, the lakes are crystal clear, and the wildlife runs wild. Literally, Fraser Island, known by its indigenous name Kakadu, isn't just the largest sand island in the world. It's a place where the sand builds forests, where crystal clear lakes sparkle in the sunlight, and where the beach is a highway. Yes, here you can drive along the shore for miles with the ocean on one side and towering dunes on the other. Lake Mackenzie is the island's jewel, a rainwater lake so pure that nothing but a few special plants can survive in it. The water is impossibly blue, and the sand is so white it squeaks under your feet. Head to Champagne Pools and you'll find natural rock pools where waves crash in, filling them with bubbling seawater, like nature's own spa. Kakadu is also one of the last wild strongholds for the purebred dingo. Spotting one trotting along the beach at sunrise feels like you've stepped into a nature documentary. But remember, these are wild animals, so admire from a distance. If you think that's remote, wait until we hop across to an island where kangaroos aren't the only stars of the show. Just off the coast of South Australia lies Kangaroo Island, a place that feels like an open-air wildlife sanctuary. Here, kangaroos graze in open fields, koalas nap in gum trees, and sea lions sprawl lazily across the sand at Seal Bay. It's one of the few places where you can stand just meters away from these animals in their natural habitat. But the island's landscapes are just as jaw-dropping. Remarkable rocks, giant granite boulders sculpted by wind and time, look like modern art dropped from the sky. Admiral's Arch, a dramatic rock bridge overlooking crashing waves, is home to a colony of New Zealand fur seals, and if you're here in winter, you might even spot migrating whales offshore. Kangaroo Island is also a place of resilience. In 2020, bushfires swept across much of the land, but nature has been quietly reclaiming it. Green shoots breaking through blackened soil, wildlife returning, and the island slowly healing. Next, we'll trade the quiet wilderness for a burst of color, creativity, and the buzzing heartbeat of one of Australia's most vibrant cities. Step into Melbourne and it feels like the city is alive in every direction. Down one laneway, you'll find street art splashed across brick walls like an open-air gallery. Down another, the aroma of fresh espresso drifts out from cafes that seem to be in a friendly competition for the best flat white in the country. Federation Square hums with events year-round, music, festivals, outdoor cinema, while the nearby National Gallery of Victoria houses everything from ancient artifacts to cutting-edge contemporary art. And if you're a sports fan, you're in the right place. The Melbourne Cricket Ground isn't just a stadium, it's a temple of Aussie sport. What makes Melbourne unforgettable, though, is its energy. It's the clink of glasses in rooftop bars, the chatter of market stalls at Queen Victoria Market, and the glow of the city lights reflected in the Yarra River at night. But if Melbourne is Australia's cultural capital, our next stop is where sun, sea, and sand reign supreme. Plus an island getaway where the only traffic you'll meet has fur and the happiest smile in the animal kingdom. On Australia's west coast, Perth shines bright with sunny skies, sprawling parks, and a laid-back energy that's hard to resist. The city blends modern life with natural beauty. Think rooftop bars overlooking endless beaches and riverside parks perfect for sunset picnics. Just a quick ferry ride away, Rottnest Island feels like stepping into a postcard. Car-free and calm, it's home to the quokka, a tiny marsupial known for its infectious smile that's made it an internet superstar. Wander sandy paths, snorkel in clear bays, or just relax on white beaches where the only interruptions are friendly wildlife and ocean breezes. If you've ever dreamed of a beach day that feels like paradise, Rottnest Island is the real deal. And Perth itself? A city that surprises with a vibrant art scene and world-class dining tucked behind its sunny streets. But before you start packing your bags, there's one last hidden treasure. A place where the world's oldest rainforest meets vivid pink lakes that look like they're from another planet. Welcome to one of the planet's oldest rainforests, Daintree. Here, ancient trees reach toward the sky, vines twist like nature's secrets, and rare wildlife hides in the shadows. The forest meets the sea in a breathtaking collision, where crystal-clear rivers flow into the Great Barrier Reef's waters. Walking through Daintree, you can almost hear the echoes of a time when dinosaurs roamed. But what truly stops visitors in their tracks are the surreal pink lakes of Western Australia, like Hutt Lagoon, whose shimmering rosy hues stretch as far as the eye can see. It's nature's own optical illusion, caused by algae that thrive in salty conditions, painting these lakes in colors no filter can replicate. From the lush greens of Daintree to the bubblegum pink waters of the lakes, this is Australia's wild, unexpected side, and the perfect place to end our journey. Which of these hidden gems surprised you most? Drop your pick in the comments below. Let's see which destination steals the show. And if you've visited any of these spots, share your story. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're already dreaming of your next Aussie adventure.